Welcome back. We continue to follow the breaking news. Governor Hochul just announcing congestion pricing in New York City has been postponed indefinitely. It was set to start in just 25 days. Another opponent of congestion pricing was Congressman Mike Lawler from New York's 17th District. He believes that this delay is simply not enough when it comes to dealing with congestion pricing and accused the governor of delaying this because of the upcoming election.
This is not about delaying it. It should be about ending it. If she is serious about understanding the consequences of congestion pricing, she will join me in calling for congestion pricing to be eliminated immediately and calling on the legislature to act before it leaves Albany for the year.
Congressman Lawler also added that if Governor Hochul really wanted to deal with congestion and her administration, they would not add more bike lanes or allow restaurants to operate on the street. You can see the full interview with Congressman Lawler on our streaming platform, CBS News New York. All right, joining us now is our transportation reporter, Elijah Westbrook. And Elijah, you've spent countless hours at MTA board meetings, as interesting as they may be, and they've made it very clear that many projects would be put on hold if this congestion pricing is delayed. So what can you tell us about that? Where do we stand now as far as it relates to projects that need to be taken care of?
That's right. Well, good afternoon, Chris. Well, essentially, without the billions of dollars that the MTA had expected from congestion pricing, the MTA says, look, we can't pay for these crucial projects. I'll leave you with this. This includes making upgrades to the subway systems signals called CBTC. Essentially, that would make the trains run closer together, have them essentially run faster. The MTA also said it had plans to build elevators and ramps to make the system more accessible for people with disabilities. But with this possible delay, that may not happen. You may remember, Chris, I did a story a couple months ago at 145th Street in Harlem on the AC, B, and D lines. That was actually one of the subway stations that was expected to get these accessible upgrades, but because of the pending lawsuits, that had been put on hold. So people were having difficulty getting from the platform level up to the street level and vice versa. So those are just some of the things that essentially could be affected because of this delay in congestion pricing.
Okay, so I think people, knowing that the rollout was just 25 days away, they know $500 million worth of equipment has been installed around the city, so people are probably saying, okay, this is not going to go away, it's just kind of a short delay. Any indication from what the governor has said as when a date actually may come that congestion pricing is implemented? Or are we thinking this is months or weeks or what?
It's a great question, Chris. I know a lot of people are wondering the same thing. A source is telling me we could be looking at possibly the end of this year. So that's when we could be looking at when congestion pricing could start back up again based off of everything that we learned today. But unfortunately, we do not know at this time. As we mentioned before, a lot is at stake right now with this. And it appears that the transit agency had high hopes for the rollout of congestion pricing. Billions of dollars is on the line right now, and there are crucial projects that can't be implemented because of this.
I'm going to assume there are politicians on both sides of the aisle that are thinking November might be a time to readdress this, late November. All right, Elijah, thank you very much. Very interesting. Cannot believe that this is happening here with just 25 days to go. Congestion pricing has now been indefinitely postponed. Be sure to stay with us on the air and on our streaming channel, CBS News New York, for continuing coverage on congestion pricing. You can also find the very latest updates anytime, anywhere on the free CBS News app, and we will be right back.